Yes, good evening all. Good evening,
Good evening.
children. Can you hear me? Hello?
Sir, I'm audible.
Yeah. Can you hear
Good
me?
evening, sir. How was your day, sir?
Yeah,
How was your day, sir?
yeah, it was good. How was yours?
That's good.
Hi, Tanishk. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How was your day?
Nice.
You mean nice, right?
And not nice wala. Nice one.
हाँ ठीक है.
Okay.
गाड़ी कहाँ चला गए तनिष्क? गाड़ी को वापस ले आना. Bring the car PFB back.
Okay. So, can you see what I'm writing here? Okay. So,
No, sir. We cannot see.
just a minute. Let me do.
No, sir.
So, for just a minute, I'm just using this. Okay. Just a minute. I'm just trying to do something different with this writing board. I mean, yeah. Can you all see this?
Yes, sir.
I think something went wrong with this. Yeah. Okay. So today we are going to start with the number of common tangents. That is the last topic of your circle. So, okay, people, number of common tangents. Am I right? Yes. Why people are still joining?
Only 5 guys today. What is happening?
Okay. So number of common is joining now. Number of common tangents. Number of common tangents. So basically, number of common tangents, we'll be having different conditions. Under different conditions, we'll be having different formulas, I would say, and the different statements will be having different conditions. So when two circles, look at it here, this is a parameter. Circles touching each other externally. See, when two circles are touching each other externally, how many common tangents, we can be able to draw that? How many common tangents we could draw that? Yeah. See, let's say that let us have a look at the diagram so that we can understand it clearly. This is a one circle, and let us take one more circle. 1 second. This is okay. So here, touching externally is nothing but what? Touching externally each other is nothing but they are touching from outside. Am I clear? Let's say this is C1, this is C2. What is this? Radius 1. This is my radius 2. Am I correct? Am I correct, guys? This is my R1 and R2. Right? So how many common tangents we could be able to draw here? See, this is a one common tangent. Common tangent is nothing but if I draw a tangent, that particular tangent is supposed to be tangent for both the circles. So that how many tangents we could draw like that? Tell me. Imagine here, there's a one common tangent. There's a one common tangent. This is a one common tangent. Am I correct? That particular tangent should be tangent for both the circles. Is it clear, guys? So look at this here. If you observe this properly, this tangent, this tangent and this tangent, both are direct common tangents. What are they? Direct common tangents. Direct common tangents as direct common tangent has yet both circles on same side. So the tangent whichever is coming from the in between, that is transversal tangent. What exactly that is? Transversal tangent. Transversal common tangent in fact. Has two circles on different sides. Am I correct? Look at it here. So direct common tangent has this is a direct common tangent. This is a one direct common tangent. Here. So these direct common tangents has both the circles on the same side. All right. The tangent which I'm drawing from in between, that is my transversal tangent, which has two circles on the different sides. Right. So number of common tangents. How many number of tangents can be possible here commonly? Commonly, how many tangents are possible here, guys? Hello. Guys, how many common tangents I could able to draw here? Are you here? Can you hear my voice clearly?
So,
Yes. Hello. Guys, how many common tangents I can draw here? Hello. Tell me, can you hear me or not? Children, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
No, what is the problem? No one is responding. Why? Anjali, can you hear me? Adesha, Niyati, Ritvik, can you hear me? Hello.
yes, sir.
Are you listening the class, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. I'm asking how many tangents are possible here? How many common tangents? Circles touching externally. Circles touching each other externally. When they are touching externally, how many common tangents are possible here? Of course, three, right? Look at this, a one common tangent. Common tangent. Look at this half circle is a one circle. When can you say it's a common tangent? If at all I just draw. If at all I have a common tangent for the both the circles. If at all I could be able to draw a tangent to the circle and tangent to the circle. If I draw a tangent, that particular tangent should be tangent for both the circles. Okay, like that, how many common tangents are here?
Three.
Of course, three. Therefore, number of common tangents is equal to what? 3 here. So when number of common tangents 3 given, what is the condition? What is the condition? What is the condition basically? Look at it. What could be the condition here? Here can I say C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. What is the condition? C1 C2 plus R1 plus R2. See here. Yes, sir. How did you get this? Common sense. Look at it here. C1 C2. Distance between C1 C2 is nothing but R1 plus R2. Isn't it? Hello. Look at the diagram.
Yes.
Look at the diagram. Imagine distance between C1 and C2, which is nothing but if summation of radii, isn't it? Distance between C1 and C2 is nothing but distance between C1 and C2 is nothing but summation of R1 and R2. Very simple. Very simple. Am I clear? Hello, guys. This is the condition when you have number of common tangents 3. That number of common tangents 3. When it is possible, when circles touching each other externally. When circles touch each other externally, number of common tangents are 3. And what exactly the condition? This is what the condition. How we are getting the condition here? Is there any other possibility? Look at this, sir. Why did you write this step only? Why did you write this condition only? Why can't you write C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2? अरे यार कहाँ से possible हो सकता है? R1 minus R2 is not at all possible here. R1 minus R2 is equal to C1 minus C2. Is it a possible thing? Tell me. Of course no. देखो कहाँ से हो सकता है? देखो R2 minus R1 minus from this and from this R1 I'm just subtracting R2. How come it is possible? How come it is equal to C1 and C2 there? No, not possible, right? Distance between C1 and C2 will be always equal to summation of radii. When this condition is going to helpful us? When two circles are touching each other externally. Yes. Now let us go with the next one more condition. Let us go with the next statement. Look at this here. I'll give one more statement here. See here. Circles touching each other internally. See here, you guys can tell me the condition now. When two circles are touching externally, sir, just overcut the connection is unstable. Okay. So look at it here. The touching, when two circles are touching internally. Internal is nothing but what? Look at this. Let me just take a circle here. This is a one circle. I can take one more circle which is touching externally. Okay. This when two circles are touching externally here. So if I take, if you observe this properly, in fact, this is my center one. This is my center two, right? So then what exactly, guys, what is exactly radius? Oh, one second. This is my center one, in fact, somewhere here. This is my radius R1. This is my radius 2. Clear? Radius 1 and R. Look at it. What could be the condition here? How many common tangents are possible here? Tell me. Imagine. How many common tangents are possible here? Only one common tangent. For both the circles, guys, you can't draw this tangent here. This If I draw a tangent like this is a tangent for only one circle, outer circle, circle 1. If I draw a tangent like this is a circle for only one circle. This is a tangent for only one circle. I am talking about number of common tangents. Number of common tangent is nothing but that particular tangent. Whatever the tangent you draw, that should be a tangent for either of the circles. It should be a common tangent for both the circles. You can't look at one circle I have here, one more circle I have here. You know, if I'm drawing a tangent, this is the tangent for both the circles. If I draw the tangent here, this is the tangent for only this circle, not to the circle, right? So we cannot draw more tangents here. We can be able to draw only one common tangent. So number of common tangents, how many here? Only one common tangent. So only one common tangent is possible here. What is the condition? What could be the condition? Tell me here. What could be the condition here? I do not know which radius is greater and which radius is smaller here. All right, which look at this here. You know, R1 is great. R1 might be greater than R2. R2 minus B. R2 minus B. I mean, R2 might be greater than R1 here. I do not know which radius is greater. Look at this, beta. आपको समझ में आ रहा है मैंने जो भी बात कर रहा हूँ इधर. Look at it here. Sir, you took. Well, let us draw the diagram in one more way. So this is a circle. The one circle. This is another circle. Look at this. Look at this here now. If I draw that circle like this, look at this. This is my center one and this is my center two. Let's say this is my center one. This is my center two. Sorry, center one and center two. This is my R1. And this is my, in fact, R2. Am I clear? Now, what could be the condition here? Imagine. Can I write the condition as like C1, C2 is equal to modulus of R2 minus R1? Or you can write like this: C1, C2 is equal to R1 minus R2. Modulus is denoting what? What exactly modulus gives you here? Modulus gives you, look at this here. It makes plus as minus and minus as also plus. It makes plus as plus only, minus as plus only. So whatever the number you write inside the modulus, it will be always plus only. So here, what I'm trying to say here, what exactly the condition for the touching, I mean, for circles touching each other internally, this would be the condition. Either this or this, both are correct here. Sir, how come both are correct here? Common sense. देखो इधर इसको मैंने, how can I write this? C1 C2 is equal to, if I take minus common inside, R1 minus R2, right? So C1 C2 is equal to what? Modulus of minus. Modulus of minus of something is what? Always plus. All right. So can I write simply R1 minus R2? This is also correct. Look at this. How easy it is. So how did you write that? How did you write C1 C2 is equal R2 minus R1? How did you write, sir? Common sense. देखो बेटा, if you imagine properly, देखो, this is my center one, this is my center two. Distance between these two can be what? R2 minus R1 or not? बेटा ये red color distance कैसा हो सकता है? You know, distance between C1 and C2 is nothing but what? If I subtract R1 from the R2, that is the distance which I am getting here. बेटा this is my R2, this is my R1. ये R2 में से मैंने R1 को घटाऊंगा तो मुझे यही तो मिलेगा. This is the area which I want. Am I correct? That is what I am writing here. Hello, people, understood or not? Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
When two circles touching each other internally, this is what the condition, or this one. Be careful. And only one tangent can be drawn. Only one tangent can be drawn when two circles touch each other internally. Perfect. Sir, why did you take modulus here? What is the reason behind taking modulus? The reason behind taking modulus is I do not aware of which radius is greater and which is a smaller radius. Okay, either sometimes like R1 can be greater than R2, sometimes R2 lesser than R1. I mean वन सेकंड, R2 greater than R1, ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना, when sometimes R1 can be greater than R2 and R2 can be greater than R1. I do not know which is greater, which is smaller. That is the reason I took modulus there. So if I take modulus, anything it can be there, anything, either, I mean like whatever it can be. So it will be giving you the exact answer, either is or this. All right. So this is what the basic condition when two circles touch each other internally, either this or this. Okay. So be careful. Next we'll talk about next statement. I'll give one more statement. Now you have to tell me number of common tangents here. Third statement I'm giving here. Circles intersecting each other. Circles intersecting each other. Circles intersecting each other. Circles intersecting each other. Look at this here. This is a circle. Okay. Now these two circles are intersecting each other or not? Yes. Okay. Now number of common tangents is how many number of tangents we can draw commonly? Come on. Let's say this is my center 1. This is my center 2. In fact, this is going to be my R1. And in fact, this is going to be my R2. Tell me guys, what is the condition? What can be the condition? Imagine karo. And what could be the, I mean, like how many tangents we could be able to draw here? How many tangents we can draw commonly? You have to respond. How many tangents we can draw commonly? Tell me.
Sir, 2.
Very good. So upper and lower one. Above and below one, we can draw two common tangents. This is one common tangent I could be able to draw here. And one more common tangent is like this I can draw. Okay. These are the two common tangents where I can make on these circles. When I can make these two common tangents, when two circles intersecting each other. Okay. So this is what the thing. Now what could be the condition here? देखो condition क्या हो सकता है? What could be the condition, guys? Look at this here, guys. Hamesha for each and every condition you have to find out C1, C2, and देखो हमेशा always you can find out C1, C2, R1 plus R2 और R2 minus R1, R1 minus R2. ऐसा कुछ भी find out करना आपको जरूरी होता है, ठीक है? देखो इधर C1, C2 तो पक्का चाहिए मुझे. देखो C1, C2. What could be the condition here? First, first you write number of common tangents. So two common tangents. Two common tangents can be drawn when two circles touch each other, I mean intersect each other, right? So what could be the condition here now? What could be the condition? So R1 minus R2, look at this here, modulus of R1 minus R2, R1 minus R2 is lesser than C1, C2, and C1, C2 is lesser than R1 plus R2. Do you agree with my point or not? Just look at this. गाइस इमेजिन करो इधर R1 माइनस R2, R1 में से R2 घटाऊंगा तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? डेफिनेटली दैट वुड बी लेसर देन डिस्टेंस बिटवीन C1 एंड C2. बेटा C1 एंड C2 देखो, इधर से लेकर इधर तक डिस्टेंस कितना है? दैट पर्टिकुलर डिस्टेंस वुड बी ग्रेटर देन R2 minus R1 or not? That's what I did here. So what I'm trying to say here, R1 minus R2 is lesser than C1 minus, I mean C1 C2. C1 C2 is lesser than R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 को दोनों मिला दो, कितना आएगा आपको? देखो R1 इतना है, R2 इतना है, दोनों मिलाएंगे तो बड़ा आ जाएगा ना. Getting my point, people? Hello guys, समझ में आ रहा है आपको? People, I request everyone to respond in the class. Hello, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So this is what the condition when two circles touch each other external, I mean intersecting each other. Now we put distinct. Next condition, let me write disjoint circles. disjoint circles. This is a one circle. This is a one circle. All right. So disjoint circle is nothing but what? So they will not intersect anywhere. They'll be not joining anywhere. So how many common tangents I could be able to draw here? How many common tangents I could be able to draw here? One. Is this a one common tangent? I think थोड़ा circle को छोटा बनाएंगे. Okay, people, look at this here. How many common tangents? Let us make a different color so that आपको look at this here. This is a one common tangent I can be draw here. Oh, this is a one common tangent. देखो बेटा, ऐसा एक common tangent. ऐसा एक common tangent. All right. These are the two common tangents. And one more. Is there any other possibility of drawing a tangent? अरे यार एक minute. Look at how. Is there any other possibility of drawing a tangent here? Tell me. The two common tangents. These are the two direct common tangents, and these are the one more tangent. Can I draw like this? Transversal tangent. One second. This is my transversal tangent like this. Imagine, thoda, like guys, consider that as a tangent, please. I'm not good at diagram, please. Yes. So understood, guys. So these are the four common tangents I can draw here. So if you observe this properly, this tangent and these tangents are transversal tangents, and this tangent and this tangent are what? Direct common tangents. Transversal common tangent is nothing but the tangent which passes through, like as a cross. You understand my point? As a one from ऐसा इसको transversal बोलता है. If I have like this is a transversal. ये direct. समझ रहे? ठीक है? This is what the number of common tangents what here. Therefore, can I write here number of common tangents is what? Here 4 common tangents can be drawn here. All right. Yes, what could be the condition here? देखो condition देखो, ये मेरा है कि C1. Let's say this is my C2. देखो बेटा C1 A है तो मेरा R1 A हो जाएगा. C2 A है तो this is my R2. What could be the condition? देखो condition क्या हो सकता है इधर? What could be the condition बेटा? देखो what could be the condition? देखो C1 distance between the C1 and C2 कितना होगा? इतना. देखो ध्यान से सुनिए. And R1 plus R2, R1 इतना है and R2 इतना है, दोनों को जोड़ेंगे. If I just add these two, how I'm getting? If I'm adding these two, this I'm getting this much line. If I'm adding C1 C2, I'm getting this much big line. So of course देखो C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Do you agree with my point? Getting my point, people? Yes or no? थोड़ा common sense, guys, isn't it? Here C1 C2 is of course greater than R1 plus R2. Am I correct, people? C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. This is what the thing which we have. So number of tangents, number of common tangents is how many here? 4 tangents can be drawn here. Very simple. Next, look at this here. So one circle inside the other circle, one circle inside the other circle. ठीक है, एक सर्किल अंदर है तो क्या होगा? one circle inside the circle. देखो, this is one circle and let me take one more circle which is inside the circle. ठीक है guys, one circle inside the other circle is nothing but what? One circle is inside the other circle is nothing but what? This circle is inside the other circle but not intersecting anywhere. Getting my point, people?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now look at this here. So what is center here? Imagine people, look at this here. You have center one. This is my center one here. Oh, then it will be a problem if you take like this. Look at this. हाँ, थोड़ा ऊपर ले लेंगे ऐसा तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. So this is my center one in fact. And in fact this is my center 2. This is my radius 2. And this is my radius 1. Am I correct? Guys, imagine here. Okay, this is my R2. And R1 I just gave here. Look at this. This is my R1 in fact. Now tell me what could be the condition here. How many number of common tangents we can draw here? Number of common tangents. How many common tangents can be drawn here? Imagine. Very simple. Come on. Guys, number of tangents. Common tangents can be drawn. How many common tangents can be drawn here? Tell me.
0.
Of course, 0. Very good. Look at this. 0 common tangents. We cannot draw any common tangent here. 0 common tangents. We can't draw. There is no possibility of having a common tangent here, of course. Right? So what could be the condition here now? What could be the condition? What could be the condition? देखो बेटा C1 C2 distance between C1 C2 is what? Is greater than R2 minus R1 or R1 minus R2? Is lesser than R1 minus R2. Am I correct? I do not know which radius is greater, which radius is smaller. So let me take modulus. ठीक है? C1 C2 is lesser than R1 minus R2. Is that it? Am I correct? C1 C2 is lesser than R2 minus R1. देखो imagine करो बस देखो C1 C2 distance between देखो ये yellow line, this yellow line is lesser than R2 or R1 minus R2. Isn't it? आपको difference पता चल रहा है क्या इधर? Guys, आपको like how many of you are understanding the difference? Here C1 C2 is lesser than R1 minus R2. So this is the condition when you have one circle inside the other one. Get my point? So what are the things we have learned here? 5 conditions we have learned. What are they? When circles touch each other in externally, क्या होता है? 3 common tangents. When circles touch each other externally, there are 3 common tangents possible. Right? What is the condition? C1 C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. And when two circles touching each other internally, what happens here? C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2. All right, C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2. Getting my point, people? C1 C2 is equal to R1 minus R2. This is the condition when two circles touch each other internally. Right? So when circles intersect each other, when two circles intersect each other, what exactly the number of common tangents here? Yes, 2 common tangents can be drawn when two circles touch each other like two circles intersecting. Two circles intersecting, then what exactly the number of common tangents possible here? How many common tangents possible? 2 common tangents. And what is the condition? C1 C2 lies between R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2, or you can say R1 minus R2 is lesser than C1 C2 and C1 C2 is lesser than R1 plus R2. That is a condition when two circles intersect each other. When disjoint circles are there, when two circles are never touch each other, then what exactly the condition? 4 common tangents can be drawn. And what exactly the condition? C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2, of course. All right, distance between C1 and C2 is this much, and R1 plus R2 आपको दोनों जोड़ेंगे तो इतना ही होगा, isn't it? तो C1 C2 का लाइन बड़ा है, तो C1 C2 is greater than R1 plus R2. Simple. So next, one circle inside the other circle. Then what exactly the condition? 0 common tangents can be drawn. C1 C2 is lesser than R1 minus R2. This is what the basic thing you need to follow for. Shall we go for the questions? People? Guys, shall we go for the questions? Please do remember these all conditions. These conditions are very important. See, there is a no there is a nowhere you can just remember this basically. आपको रट्टा मारने का कोई नहीं है इधर. You understand my point? आप इधर रट्टा मारने का there is no point of mugging up all this. There is no point of by harding all this. All right, remembering, just don't remember anything here. Please understand those circles. देखो condition के हिसाब से मैंने क्या कर रहा हूँ? Diagram डाल रहा हूँ. When two circles internally, touch in externally is nothing but, yes, this is the condition. When two circles internally like this, okay. When two circles externally like this, when two circles internally like this, when two circles intersect like this, disjoint circles, and one circle inside the other. These are the conditions. Different conditions. Under the different conditions, you'll be having number of common tangents differently. All right. As the condition varies, the number of common tangents also varies here. Very simple. All right. Hope it is clear. Shall we get into the questions now? Shall we get into the questions? So look at the question first. How many How many common tangents? How many common tangents can be drawn to circles? X square plus y square minus 4x. X square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0, and x square plus y square minus 6x minus 4y plus is equal to 0. All right. Option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 4. So how can we solve this question? Let me solve one question. I'll give homework from the next question. How many common tangents can be drawn to the circles? This one. There are two circles given here. So whenever two circles are given here, what exactly you have to do here? Basically, look at this. Always definitely have to make C1 and C2. Let us consider these are my 1 second, people. Let us consider this is my center, circle 1. This is my circle 2. What is center 1 here? What is center 1? Here minus 4 half. So half of the minus 4 is what? Plus 2. Here plus 2 half. So minus 1. Getting my point? What is the center 1 of the circle? What is center? Plus 2 comma minus 1. What is center 2 here? What is center 2? 3 comma 2. All right. So if center 1 is this one, then what is the radius 1? 2 square is 4 plus minus 1 square is 1 minus c here. Minus c is what here? What is c here? 1, right? Minus c. So r1 is equal to what? Plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. R1 is equal to what? 2. Now what is R2 here? Basically 9. 3 square 9. 2 square 4 minus what? Minus c. C is what here? 4. 4 will get cancelled. R2 is equal to 3. Am I clear? Am I clear, children?
Yes, sir.
Yes, many of you might be getting confused with formula. Guys, this circle and this circle is a general equation of circle. Okay, how can we find out a center? Center is minus g comma minus f. Radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. This is the formula for finding center and radius of general equation of a circle. Okay, okay, this is how you have to find out. Okay, yes. So from this, guys, number of common tangents can be drawn. How many common tangents can be drawn here? Which condition is satisfying here? Mujhe, like you have to just take c1 c2 here. What is c1 c2? Tell me. C1 c2 is what? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square, 3 minus 2 whole square plus 2 minus 2 minus plus. So 2 plus 1 whole square. Am I correct? Am I correct? So 1 plus 3 square, 9. So root 10. Am I correct? Am I correct, people? Root 10 I'm getting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting root 10. So R1 plus R2 is what? 5. Getting my point? R1 minus R2 is what? R1 minus R2 is what? 2 minus 3 is equal to what? My modulus of 1, which gives you 1. Or, sir, I'll do R2 minus R1 here. R2 minus R1 is nothing but what? 3 minus 2 is also gives you 1 only. Getting my point? So anything you can do here. Getting my point, people?
Yes, sir.
Why I'm taking modulus here? You can do anyway. At last you'll be getting the same answer. Look at this 1 1. So let me do R2 minus R1 here. Very simple. Okay, let me do R2 minus R1. What would you get? 3 minus 2, which gives you 1. Now which condition is satisfying here? Tell me. Here which condition is satisfying? Of course, C1, root 10 value will be what? Root 10 value will be 3 point something. Am I correct? 3 point something. Need not to calculate exactly what is root 10 here. Imagine karna hai bas. What is root 10? 3 point something. Yes, sir. Root 9 itself, it will be 3, right? So we have 10. It will be 3 point something. Am I correct? So here C1, C2 is lesser than R1 plus R2. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And R2 minus R1 kya hai? Dekho, R2 minus R1 is lesser than C1, C2. Am I correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Isn't we satisfying with this condition now? If at all I have this condition, number of common tangents kya hota hai? Guys, if at all I have this condition, circles intersecting like this,
Circles intersecting like this. How many common tangents? How many common tangents?
2.
2 common tangents. So he'll be giving you 2 circles and asking you for number of common tangents. So this is a procedure to solve that. 2 common tangents can be drawn here. Right? Clear? Clear, people? Yes. Shall we get into the next question? Option 2 is correct here. Clear, people? Any doubts here? Very simple. How easy it is. Look at that. Yes or no? Let us get into the next question. Guys, these are all JEE questions. This kind of questions they will ask in JEE mains. Please be careful. So next question. The number of common tangents. Number of common tangents to the circle x square plus y square is equal to 4 and x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y is equal to 24 is what? Option A 0, option B 1, option C 3, option D 4. Number of common tangents to the circle. Number of common tangents to the circle. Every question you need to find out C1. What is C1 here? Let us say this is C1. C1 is what? What is C1? Hello, what is center 1 beta? 0, 0. For any circle which looks like x square plus y square is equal to a square or r square. For any circle which looks like in the form of x square plus y square is equal to r square, that for that circle center will be always 0, 0. What is radius? Of course 2. Why? Why we have written it as 2? How did we write that? Compare these guys. Dekho. Here x square plus y square is equal to r square. I mean 2 square. Okay, if I compare with the x square plus y square is equal to r square form, I would get what? C1 as 0, 0 and R1 as 2 here. Now if I compare this from this, what is center 2 here? What is second circle? What is C2 here? Tell me, what is C2? Hello guys, what is C2? Tell me. 3, 4.
3, 4.
What is R2? 9 plus 4. Guys, for this type of circle, our radius formula is different. Okay. So R square, G square plus F square minus C. What is minus C here? Minus C is nothing but 24. Am I correct? Am I correct here? Sorry, not minus 24, guys. Plus 24 here. So why? Because look at this here. If you write this circle as x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y minus 24. Now if I compare this thing with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. What is c value? What is c value? What is c value? Minus 24 only, right? Minus it minus plus. So 13 is nothing but what? 40 13, so 16 here. 3 square is 16, right? I mean 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So how much? 49. Am I correct? So R2 value is what? 7 here. Getting my point, people? Hello guys. Here imagine for this type of circle, center is minus g comma f and radius is g square plus f square minus c. This is a formula which we have learned many times. Okay. Now look at this. Center 1 you have, R1 you have, center 1 and R1 you have, center 2 and R2 you have. Now just find out center C1, C2. What is C1, C2? Distance between C1 and C2 is what? 3 square plus 4 square, which gives me 5. Am I correct? Guys, 3 square plus 4 square, how much? 5 or not? Yes.
5, yeah. 16
Yeah.
plus 9, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So R1 and R2 is what now? R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 is what? For everything you have to find out C1, C2, R1 plus R2 and R2 minus R1. Everything for every question. And just relate it. Okay, R1 plus R2, can we find out R1 plus R2? R1 plus R2 is of course how much? Where is R1? Yes, 9. 7 plus 2, 9. R1 minus R2 is what? R1 minus R2 is what? R1 minus R2. Modulus. Modulus of R1 is 2. R2 is 7. Oh, look at this here. Modulus of 5, which gives me 5. 5. So this is not required now. Why? Because I'm getting equal there. Now can I have a condition called this one? When this condition is possible? When this condition is going to come here? Tell me. Guys, when this condition is going to come? When the condition will be equal? Hello? Guys? Are yaar, this is the condition, right? When two circles touch each other internally. Like this. One common tangent. Am I clear? This is the condition when two circles
Yes.
touch each other internally. So, therefore, one common tangent possible here. One common tangent. One common tangent. So, option B is correct. Getting my point, people? How the questions are? Questions are very easy. Questions are very easy if you know the conditions. Clear? Clear, children? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Shall I give one more question? Yes. The question whichever I'm giving here right now, that is a JEE 2015, the year which I wrote. The number of common tangents, the circles, sorry, minus 4x minus 6y minus 12 is equal to 0, and the circle x square plus y square plus 6x plus 18y minus plus 26 is equal to 0 is dash. Option A 2, option B 3, option C 4, option D 1. Number of common tangents to the circles. हमेशा क्या करना है आपको? C1. What is C1? This is my circle 1. This is my circle 2. What is C1? 2, 3. So R1 is what? 4 plus 9 minus C. Minus C minus plus. So 5. Square root of 25 is 5. Right? What is C2? C2 is what? Minus 3, minus 4. Minus 9 in fact. R2 is what? 3 square 9. 9 square 81 minus 26. So what would you get now? 90 minus 26. How much? 64. Square root of 64 gives me 8. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct, children. Yes. Now look at your C1, C2. What is the C1, C2? Distance between C1 and C2 is what? Minus 3 minus 2 whole square. So 5 square 25. 9 minus 3. So 12. 12 square 144. 13. 169. Square root of 169 is 13. Am I correct? Look at it here now. C1, C2 is 13. I got R1 plus R2 is what? Very simple. Look at it. R1 plus R2 is 13. I'm getting. Therefore, C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2 here. This condition is possible when? This is a condition when two circles touch each other externally like this. Isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Clear? Isn't it? So the number of common tangents is what? Therefore, three common tangents can be drawn when you have this condition. Am I clear?
Yes.
Three common tangents can be drawn when two circles externally touching C1, C2, C2. This is R1, this is R2 here. C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2 or not? When two circles are touching each other externally, this is the condition. Okay? Clear, children? Any doubts? Any doubts here? Hello, people, any doubts? So आपको क्या from this what did you understand? If you know the conditions, isn't the questions are easy? Is the question
sir.
easy or not? Very simple, very simple. Let's make the next question. Guys, all these questions are very, very important. The question whichever I just solved now, that is a JEE 2015 question. Believe me, there is no surprise at all if you get such type of questions. Okay. Definitely, there's a JEE previous year JEE question, so definitely you might get same type of question again. I mean, from this concept, the two circles, x square plus y square is equal to ax, and x square plus y square is equal to c square. In fact, c is greater than 0 here. He has given touch each other internally. If dash, this is AIEEE 2011 question, which means JEE 2011 question. Option A, when modulus is equal to C. Option B, when A is equal to 2C. Option C, modulus of A is equal to 2C. Option D, 2 times of modulus of A is equal to C. Okay. So two circles, this one and this one, touch each other internally. Internally condition क्या होता है? Guys, sometimes he give you the hint they are touching internally, which means I have to use condition. When two circles are touching internally like this, what was the condition? C1 C2 is equal to R2 minus R1. Clear? This is the condition. Okay. What is C1? What is C1 here? What is center 1 and center 2? Beta, this is my center 1, right? I mean, this is my circle 1. This is my circle 2. Now, if I just take circle 1 as, look at this here. If I compare this circle with the general equation of circle, what would you get? Center is what? A by 2 comma 0. Am I correct? Yes or no, people?
Yes, sir.
So here one common tangent can be drawn. In fact, leave it. That is not required here now. So now, if I just talk about this one, what is the center here? What is center here? Center 2, 0 comma 0. All right. What is radius? What is radius here now? A square by 4 plus 0 plus 0. So I don't have C here. So minus C, in fact, minus 0. R2 is what? What is R2 here? R2 is what? R2 is C. All right. Guys, are you able to follow the class or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
R1 is equal to A by 2 whole square. This will get cancelled. R is equal to what? A by 2. So C2, R2 is what? C. Okay, what is? This is the condition which I got now. This is the condition which we have. Now look at this. What you have to do here? Simply just do this way. 1 second. Okay, C1, C2, right? C1, C2. What is C1, C2 here? C1, C2. C1 is this one, C2 is this one. Distance between C1 and C2 is what? A by 2 whole square minus, A by 2 minus 0 whole square plus 0 minus 0 whole square. Modulus of R2 minus R1 is what? C minus A by 2. Am I correct? Or A by 2 minus C. Anything is correct. So here A by 2. If I just solve this, so A by 2 I'll get A by 2 is equal to modulus of A2 minus C. Anything is correct. This or this. Both are correct only, right? Yes or no? Sir, why you are writing like that? Let us write as it is. No problem. C minus A by 2. Okay. Now look at this here. If at all I write this A by 2 is equal to, can I write this as, can I take minus common inside? A by 2 minus C. Okay. Now how can I write this? A by 2 is equal to A by 2 minus C. Am I correct? So A by 2 will get cancelled here. What is the C value? C value is 0. C value is 0. Okay. Yes or no, guys? Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna. Are you guys able to understand or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
अरे बाप रे, देखो भाई, no one is responding. I think you are getting confused. Look at this here. Can I write this as plus or minus c minus a2? Do you agree with my point now?
Yeah.
Hmm? Hmm. So if I write a by 2 is equal plus c minus a by 2, if I write so, this is one case. What is another case? A by 2 is equal to minus of c minus a by 2. So here a by 2 plus a by 2, 2 times of a by 2 is equal to c. So a is equal to c, I'll get one in one case. And in another case is what here? A by 2 is equal to minus c plus a by 2. A by 2 will get cancelled. C value is 0. C value is 0 is not possible here. Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me. He has given the condition. Look at this. C should be greater than 0 here. C can't be equal to 0. Then what is the answer? A should be C is my answer. A should be C. Option A is correct. Clear? Any doubts? Children, any doubts? Hello? Hello guys. I didn't do anything here. I know he has given the statement. What is the statement? Touch each other internally. I know that when two circles touch each other internally, this is the condition. I just found C1, C2, R1, R2, substituted there, simplified. I got C is equal to 0, which is not possible. Why? Because he has given the condition called C should be greater than 0. C can't be equal to 0. That is the reason I just cancelled that. And मेरा answer क्या हो जाता है अभी? This is my final answer. A is equal to C. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes, sir.
this is what the today's class is all about. So we'll meet in the next session. Until then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.